Angelino. Oh my God, I remember him from NYCFC.
We're talking about Dumfries. He could be the player that we fetch, man. He could be the player that we fetch a price for. But we should, Christian. We should, man.
No,
He's
bro, bro, I know.
12.5 million. Beppe did the best thing by getting him for a decent price. You get the PSV captain for 12.5 million, and he has a season like he has for us. I heard at the start it was going to be like a Bayern 30, 35 million, but if English clubs come along, you're pocketing a lot more.
Yo, Man United said that they're making him their number one target. That's who they want this offseason. If it's United, bro, you're talking about 40, 45 million now, maybe even 50, just because it's United and they're stupid. They'll pay anything. If you can pull that off and you still sell off your Pinamontes and your other guys, you can bring home close to 80 to 100 mil. And that's without even sacrificing Bastoni. But just like we were talking about is if they do come with like an 80 million euro crazy bid for Bastoni, would you sell?
My answer is if you can sell Denzel Dumfries for the plus Valenza of about 30 to 40 million, you have to take that well before Bastoni. And Bastoni's price tag, it is what it is. I don't know who's going to come along with that sort of money for him. But if you're Marotta and Ozilio and co, maybe try and organize the other pieces in the background before you have to flex on Bastoni being sold.
Yeah, bro, I just think if Bastoni goes along with Dumfries, it has to be a crazy money where we end up finishing the summer with like a crazy 140 million euro, you know, income. And even with that, you can for real get Dybala, Lukaku, Bremer. But the problem is now, who do you get? They were talking about the freaking defender from Leipzig. What was his name again? I just said it. Josko something. What was it?
Starts with a G, man. I think it was
Josko Guardiol.
Yeah,
Guardiola.
this dude. I've seen him like maybe two or three times, so I'm not gonna sit there and act like I'm an expert on him. But he was solid those outings. I mean, yo, Marota's the type of guy that can find gold in a sewer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he knows where to go get players. So if they were to do something crazy like that and we get better, honestly, me and Anthony have been talking about this for a while, and I kind of feel like this summer is gonna be the summer we finally get rid of all the dead wood, like the Dalberts, the freaking Espositos, the dudes we can't offload. This might be the summer we do it.
Has to be. Like people are still riding the Euro high from Dumfries, where he had like a pretty solid outing playing their right wing back for Holland, and just kind of just being found with the back post, scored a couple goals, half headers and crosses. But like people asked me at the beginning of the season, "Oh, how's Dumfries doing?" I was like, "Oh, he sucks." But then he actually turned into a good player. So like now it's like, okay, yeah, we can make a profit off this guy. People are
Big
interested.
time.
There's a market for him. Right back is a hard place to fill for a lot of teams.
But
It's not just
we still got Darmian and
yep,
D'Ambrosio, so we
yep,
can make it work.
yeah.
You
It's
know
doable.
what? You know what really worked for this dude's favor this season? He took over Damian's starting role as Damian got suspended, and it was at the perfect time. I don't know if it was suspended or injured. I actually think it might have been suspended.
Injured.
Injured. Okay,
Both.
it was injured.
Both.
Yeah, that he doesn't. Yeah, so Damian gets injured, and this guy comes into a period of where we collect nothing but wins against really easy sides in Serie A. But then he also gets to play in the Champions League and ends up putting on a decent show against Real Madrid, a really decent show actually, and that's probably why a lot of people took notice of him a little bit, man.
I
He just
think
played.
I thought he got pulled at halftime against Madrid.
I don't think it was for his
First
like
time.
for his performances though. It might have been like tactical for injured, but it wasn't because of his performances,
I
man.
don't think so. I
Like,
think he got pulled because he was sucking the first game. The first game.
the first game, I'll have to go back and look at that, but I'm willing to bet that you're
Pretty
just
sure.
you're pushing your agenda. You're pushing your agenda here again.
I'm
Yeah.
not pushing my agenda. He was a horrible soccer player up until about January,
But
December.
when he did start playing himself into form, Damian was more than fit and more than available, and he never got his starting spot again. And that has to be a big reason why these bigger clubs are looking at him.
Yeah. I mean, like
Mm.
I said, if we can get 40, 45 million, even 50 million for him, why not? And
Honestly,
then if somebody comes and still offer So if somebody comes and tries to take freaking Bastoni, you're gonna have to throw some stupid money at us. For me, I would say 100 million, and you can have him. But I know I'm crazy.
I would send him for 100 million also. I mean, it's not being crazy. He's a good player. He's what embodies the modern day center back. So if you're willing to pay 100 million for him, take him. We can find someone else.